coincidences and accidents. So last weekend I had an accident on my foot, and I believe that it was supposed to happen, probably to slow me down. And my question to you is, there are many accidents that happen to many people all the time. Is there always a higher perspective? Is there always a reason for it that aids our evolution? Or are there such things as accidents that are random and come from chaos?
This is much of the interesting of the question that we are hearing many of the times. We are much hear this conversation many of the times when there is what you be calling of the accident.
Welcome to Galactic Guidance, the show that channels the wisdom of beings from higher realms. Join us as we tap into the cosmic consciousness and receive messages of clear guidance to help us navigate our spiritual evolution on planet Earth. So sit back, relax, and let's connect into the higher frequency. Welcome everybody to another exciting episode of Galactic Guidance. And in this week's episode, we're going to be talking all about accidents and coincidences. Do they exist or are they man-made? And to give us that answer, Marcus Bird's going to be channeling a higher dimensional being.
Let's do that. That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah.
Whenever you're ready, Marcus.
Whenever I'm ready. Okay, cool. Let's do that.
So what
Let's all
Marcus
just breathe into it, right?
Yeah. So what Marcus Bird is doing right now is he's actually putting himself in a state where he connects to his guide, and his guide is Ameed, who is a high dimensional being residing on another planet in the Lyra system. And if you want to hear Marcus' story as to how he's doing this, and he's been doing this for the last almost 3 decades, it's in the first episode of this amazing podcast. So you need to go back and listen. And excited to talk about this week's topic with Ameed as soon as Ameed comes through, who is a female energy.
Much of the welcomeness in this time of the space continuum that we find ourselves in, this of the momentness, much of the joyfulness to be in this space, to be able to be of the speaking with you, much of the joy.
Much of the joy from me too, to speak to you, Ameed. And this week I really want to talk to you about, I have this belief that there are no accidents and that there are no coincidences. So
much of the joyness to that we be in this of the space, in this time, this of the dimensional reality, much of the joyness, much of the loveness that we can be here, and this of the presence.
So good to hear your voice, Ameed, and feel your energy. This week, I would like to talk to you and ask you a question about coincidences and accidents. So last weekend, I had an accident on my foot, and I believe that it was supposed to happen, probably to slow me down. And my question to you is, there are many accidents that happen to many people all the time. Is there always a higher perspective? Is there always a reason for it that aids our evolution? Or are there such things as accidents that are random and come from chaos?
This is much of the interesting of the question that we are hearing many of the times. We are much hear this conversation many of the times when there is what you be calling of the accident. But in the depth of the knowingness, in the depth of your wisdom space, you understand that this is not necessarily the truth, just that there are of the randomness of the accidents. This is also not of the holding you back, not being of the design to slow you down or be of the holding back, but rather this is an opportunity of the nudging of you forward. If you can imagine that you are on a track, on a pathway, on a very much like you would be on like of the train tracks that you are being playing with, and that you start to move off of the track just slightly, what is going to be of the happening is a nudging you back into the lane, back into the track, so that you can be continuing your journey of the evolutionary process to be much more in the alignment of your baseline of the resonant frequency. So this is much more of a nudging of you of the forwardness, not necessarily to be of the holding back, and not necessarily of the what you might be of the considering of the randomness of the accident space that you be speaking of. This is not the case in this of the universe. It's not just of the randomness that you think is just unfolding and of the happening. This universe is a being of the design for the evolutionary expansion process of the consciousness state. This of the universe has been designed to assist in the expansion of the evolutionary consciousness state. Therefore, everything that is appearing and of the disappearing, everything that is of the manifestation and not of the manifestation, is unfolding in a what you might call an evolutionary nudging into alignment process. Every of the accidents you have, is it not that you would be of the receiving some of the wisdom, some of the knowledge, some of the information? Is it not that the accident gets you to be of the realignment into a deeper of the truth? Almost like you would be considering of the awakening of the moment, where you are being of the stopping for one moment and looking within, looking at the depth of what has been of the happening. What we find here is that much of the often you are just journeying without of the consciousness, without of the awareness of what is happening in and around you. You are not of the connected into the resonant field, therefore you are just like of the wandering. And these situations are there to be of the nudging you forward back into alignment with the truth of who you are. This is the reality. This is what is being of the trying to happen so that you can continue to evolve your consciousness state.
This is exactly what I thought it was about. When I said slow me down, I meant slow my ego down to help me move forward. So I just want to confirm, Ameed, what you're saying. And because this is my belief, but I want you to confirm this. There are no accidents in this magnificent universe, correct? There are no accidents.
There is not of the accidents like you be speaking of. There's just the realignment of the evolutionary construct. This could be for of the planet, or this could be for of the species of itself. There's no of the accidents as you speak of, but rather just of the nudging. This is the what we might be considering, just a nudging you back into the alignment of the self, so that you can continue on the expansion journey of your conscious evolutionary construct.
Thank you. So, Ameed, given that there seems to be a lot going on the planet at the moment, is there any message at all that you would like to give before we bring Marcus back? Anything at all?
What we would be wishing for you to be able to seeing is for you to find of the center point, find of the resonant center point, and be in that of the construct. What you are finding with your, what you be calling of the accident is that you misaligned into moving off the center line, the center point of the center line of the 0 point of the energies. In this case, the center line for you is of the resonant field, to be connecting into the resonant field, to be of the expanding of the consciousness into the resonance of the reality. Much is being expressed here in this moment, in this reality, that Your evolutionary collective journey is to step into this space. Therefore, you are being of the nudged in many of the directions to assist you to step into this space so that you can continue on the evolutionary journey and the transition into the next dimension of reality. There's many of the old energies that are still being of the playing out. This is just of the reminderness. This is just of the awareness. But one of the things that we are being seeing is that in these, what you might think of as old states of the beingness, there is much more transparency and much more awareness around these events and of the situation. There is many more of the voices that you are now hearing that are helping you to be in that center point, to be in the middle state as you might be considering it. These are all of the alignment principles that we've been talking about. There is so much of the nudging that is happening in this moment, and many of you might be of the feeling that this is done to be of the hurtfulness. This is done of the not of the fairness, but this is not the reality. The universe is not of the judging, is not of the unfair, of the fairness. There is none of this that is happening. The universe is a grandeur of the conscious awareness. It understands the truth of the reality of this resonant experience. Therefore, there is not of the judgment, there is not of the punishment, there is not of the wounding that the universe would be providing. The universe, which is who you are, this is part of who you are. When you connect into the resonance, you will begin to realize that you are the universe, that this is a one organism, not of the separateness that you are being considering. But you come into this theme park and being of the separateness so that you can fully experience the oneness. And so your journey into the alignment space is to once again reunite with the oneness of the universe and to once again be of the realization that you are just part of this, one part of this collective universal construct. There is one consciousness. There is one organism. And even as we be of the feeling into the voice that we are transmitting of the throughness, we can hear that this is how the miss of the alignment can be playing out, and that the nudging to assist you to come back in and be more of the connected, in the connected space, therefore being able to be of the expansion of your consciousness awareness. This is what this is, or this journey that you are on, this theme park that you are being of the playing in is all about. This is what is happening.
Thank you so much, Ameed. I really appreciate your words of wisdom once again. Thank you.
This is much of the joyness, much of the love. And we wish for you to be not of the seeing what you are of the seeing on your solar experience, but rather be stepping into a more expanded conscious awareness of what is really of the going onness, not just the stubbing of the toeness, not just the wars and of the battles, but what is the resonant reality that is existing in this of the moment, and for you to be powerfully stepping into this space so that you can find what you be considering of the peaceness, you can find what you be considering of the loveness, you can find what you be considering of the materialization of what you would love to be of the seeing and this of the reality. For this is the next step into the next evolutionary dimensional reality that you will be of the experiencing. We are much in the love of this experience that you have chosen to be in this moment, to be in this of the space. And that, Miss Eleni, you're choosing to hit of the tonus, to be a hurting of the tonus so that you can be more of the conscious awareness and be realigning back into the resonant field of the truth of who you are. This is also why you have the disappearance of some of the peoples. This is why you are transitioned through and be interconnecting with other of the people. Sometimes the peoples will stay of the connection, and other times people will be of the disconnection. This is to be of the assistance, to nudge you of the forwardness, to nudge you into the center, but to nudge you forward. Just be of the remembering that any of these situations and any of these incidences that you'd be talking about, that maybe you call of the accident, or maybe you'd be calling of the unfair, is just to help you to nudge you back into the center and nudge you of the forwardness. Therefore, you can be continuing your journey of the expansionness. That's
Yeah.
what this is of the about.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Thank you, Ameed.
Hello.
Hi. She basically confirmed exactly what I knew, which was that
Yeah.
there are no accidents. This universe is too perfect. Everything is
Yeah.
perfection. How can there be
Yeah.
accidents?
Yeah.
And she talked about accidents and unfairness, because I had an incident happen last week where I felt that I was being treated unfairly by someone I thought was a friend. And that's not an accident either. That was also
No.
supposed to happen because everything is supposed to nudge me towards my alignment. And so if you're
Yeah.
listening out
Yeah.
there, this applies to you. If you're going through something, if you're being hurt by someone, if you're perceiving that someone's treating you unfairly, if you've had an accident, none of it is a mistake.
No. And I think one of the things that I recall in just one of the conversations I've had with her is that every disharmonic resonant pattern is helping us to get to a higher or a more expanded resonant pattern. And I remember once she used the example of the planets and how planets eventually die, and in their death, what we might consider a death, actually a transformation, in their transformation, they explode, which gives life to more galaxies. And so in the disharmonic resonant pattern of the sun collapsing, it expands out into more resonance, because not just one star appears, then lots of planets and lots of solar systems appear from that one explosion. So every disharmonic resonant pattern, or what you consider as a disharmonic resonant pattern, stubbing your toe, having a friend or what you thought was a friend do something that, whatever, is actually the opportunity to expand out into more harmonic resonance.
And I knew that, and the timing is perfect because, uh, yeah, it was more than stubbing of my toe. My entire toenail was ripped off.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
But that means
Fairly violent.
I can't do my beach walks. I can't do my gym stuff. What does it mean I have to do more of?
Hello.
Meditation,
Yeah. Being stuff. Yeah,
being
with the
stuff.
resonance. Yeah.
And during this week, tomorrow, my partner is flying out to do a meditation retreat for a week.
Oh,
So
wow.
so the timing doesn't get lost on me,
No,
because
perfect.
he was here today and yesterday, so he set me up for food and everything for the week.
Yeah. Oh, my Lord.
I'm all set, and he's flying out tomorrow, so there is going to be no
God.
distraction. There's going to
None.
be just me.
Just you. Just you to sit there with your lost toenail.
So it's an
Wow.
opportunity to go
Totally.
in and
And
to find our
expand.
center
Yeah, and then expand.
and then
That's the
expand.
only place. Well, I mean, that's the best place to expand from. It's very difficult to expand from anything other than that center. And the more centered you are, or the more in line with that resonant field you are, the faster and more expansive you become. And anything that isn't that is helping you to be that. Stub toe, sore finger, my finger thing, or your nail is all designed to guide back into alignment,
Yeah.
is my feeling on it. So,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely.
that's
Yeah.
good.
So it's actually comforting to know that. So if
Yeah,
you're listening out there, it's comforting to know that what you're going through is not a mistake. It's not an accident. It's not because you're unlucky. It's because you're being nudged by your family of light, by your spirit guides, to
totally.
find your center and expand and move forward.
Yeah, totally. Totally.
Beautiful.
Yeah, great. Thank you.
Awesome.
Yay. We'll
So
see you on
yeah.
the next episode.
Absolutely. And please
Yay.
share this episode with anyone
Yes.
that you know is going through a hard time. So to let them know that it's all meant to be exactly as it is.
Yeah, perfect. Blessings. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for tuning in to Galactic Guidance. We hope that the messages that you receive from the higher realms have brought you clarity, insight, and comfort. Please like this video and subscribe to this channel. Remember to stay connected to your own inner guidance and trust the journey ahead.